You are now listening to the smooth sounds of Blacker Than Black times infinity. I'm your boy Blue. Sitting here right next to me is your MC, the choking people out on 1, 2s, and 3s, Kronos.
I'm one step closer to being one of the baddest men on the planet.
Purple belt. On my right, we have the oldest ninja in the world, Ninja.
Murder on the beat, ho.
Alright, this is what's up, and this is Black and the Black times infinity. If you didn't know, we're down to co-hosts on the show.
But we still black.
Prodigy might be a slave somewhere in the South, of getting whipped and shit.
He might have got lynched.
Get out it.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
He's stuck in the sunken place.
Yeah, someone teed him.
Yeah, and
teabagged him.
And Stitch is out there saving the world like he always does every week.
Saving the city.
Yes.
All right, first things first. Listener of the week will once again be Mr. X, followed by my Marine Corps buddy, Jesus. What's going on, man?
That's Jesus.
Thank you for listening. Really appreciate it. We got any RPs?
Yeah, we got an RIP pouring out some Mickeys for what's his full name?
Triple X.
Yeah, well, I don't even know how to pronounce his stage name. Is Triple X Temptation, otherwise known as Josiah Dwayne Onfroy. He's a rapper.
Kind of before we go anywhere, should we really pour out liquor for this guy? Because he kind of had a douchebaggish of a background.
So
Allegedly.
If you look back at some of the people that we've RIP'd, some of them were some were cool, some were shitbags. So, right. But some of them still made a mark. This dude
did he deserve to die, I guess? Would that be a better question?
And the way that he was shot.
Yeah, shot. That's pretty.
Yeah, he
kind
was pretty shot. And there's
lifestyle he had.
And
though.
there's actual a viral video of him like dying in his car as emergency vehicles are coming to his aid.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fucked up. I mean, he has music out there. There's actually celebrities that were out there tweeting their condolences, support, whatnot, like as far as like J. Cole and Kanye, which I don't understand because apparently this dude, he lived by the sword, died by the sword pretty much. I mean, he was apparently in a gang or involved in gang culture. He beat up his pregnant girlfriend. He did a couple assholey things.
Maybe we should not have done an RP for this guy.
Yeah, and then there's also a story of him raping a girl with a fork.
Yeah, no.
But it's all.
Well, still.
But no. He was in court for this shit.
Yeah, if we have nothing positive to say about somebody that just died, let's just let him rest.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you have people like Kanye West tweeting out "Rest in peace," and I never told you how much you inspired me. Like, how did this dude?
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of people were saying his music was trash. I don't know his music. I've never even listened to it at this point in time. But you have people like Kanye, J. Cole, who else? A couple other stars that are tweeting out to this dude. So maybe he did. Maybe he's up and coming. Maybe he signed a deal. I don't fucking know.
He signed a deal for $6 million or something like that. But
it's more money than I got.
I think his music's available on SoundCloud. I think that's where he started off at. But
I mean, it's kind of sad because he's only 20 years old.
Yeah, that's pretty young.
And he was doing things potentially made more money than some people will never see in their entire life. But he's kind of a douche.
Yeah.
So maybe he can straighten out his ways, maybe not. But
this goddamn bourbon you gave me has got me fucked up already. God damn, dude.
It's kind of strong.
Dude, it's like burning my chest, but it's like a good burn. Like it tastes delicious, but god damn.
Sprout hairs.
What percentage it is? Whew. Oh, it's 45%.
I'm feeling all kind of warm.
That's not even as much as the one that.
Nico was smoother.
Yeah. So I guess we'll
roll into the weekend. What happened on the weekend?
Yeah, we'll say, shout out to John from Love and Warren for showing up to our cigar and whiskey night.
He pretty much made the whiskey part of the night.
He sure fucking did. Yeah. Got me fucked up.
Was it a good turnout? Unfortunately, I wasn't there because I went to go see my dad for Father's Day. But
it wasn't a big turnout, but it was people that mattered. So, yeah. I mean, anybody that showed up would have mattered. So.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been because we changed the date late. Maybe not, but, it was still good times. Like, we had some good food. We got to sit and sample some really, really good whiskey. Ski. I almost got all fucked up on.
Yeah.
So shout out to John from Love and Warren. Check him out on Twitter. See his cartoon and stuff, and he's also on YouTube. Look up Love and Warren. Watch I think the longest clip is like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, that would be the full teaser.
Full,
so it's pretty good. It's funny. I mean, we talked about it before. He's been on the podcast. It's going to be a great show when it eventually gets picked up.
Is that episode out? The episode with the Cupid?
Yeah. It's out on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure because I remember we watched it, but I wasn't sure if it was out yet.
Yeah, it's out, and he's currently actually going through a bunch of award
set, or what do they call that? They call it like a tour. It's like a award tour type thing.
So he's already won like a lot of awards for the show. So
yeah, it's funny because like he does a retelling of Romeo and Juliet with Cupid's viewpoint.
Yeah, and it's fucking fun. It's Cupid's story of how he fucked up.
Romeo and Juliet story. It's still Romeo and Juliet. Just
it's a love story that shouldn't have been because Cupid was a fucking dick.
Yeah, because he was drunk, I think, or
he was showing off to some chicks.
Was he drunk or high? I don't remember.
I think he was drunk.
So yeah,
it's
and then the professor came out. So
he did.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that fool in a minute, but still.
Yeah, he's been working a lot, you know. He's got a girlfriend and stuff, so
yeah, it was good. It was good times.
It's definitely good seeing him. Also on the weekend, earlier that day, I got my purple belt. Oh shit! Here it is. This is actually not
holding it.
Yeah, this is actually not the one that I got from my professor. This is the one that actually Mr. X gave to me. So if y'all didn't know, me and Mr. X met doing jiu-jitsu, and it's back when we were both around the same weight. We had a similar strength and kind of skill set, even though he'd been doing jiu-jitsu for much longer than me. And we became friends like pretty much right away, and we ended up getting the same belt, which are both of our blue belts are like the same manufacturer, which is it's rare. They're called Peel Gi, and the company first I thought they went out of business, but then they changed their name because they stopped making these belts, and they changed their name to something else, and it was like super plain looking belts, and they stopped making these, and I was kind of pissed about it because I didn't get a chance to buy my next belt up. But after I got my purple belt from my instructor, it turns out that Mr. X bought two purple belts right around the same time about his blue belt. So he gave me the other one. So thank you, Mr. X. Really means a lot to me. This is a fucking dope ass belt. As you can see, like the design on it is really cool looking, and it looks like an octopus on the side with like tentacles and shit. So and like a really cool almost like a psychedelic symbol with an eye and shit on it. So thank you very much. It was an honor this weekend to get my purple belt. For y'all that didn't know, for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that basically means that I should be able to beat any untrained opponent pretty handily in a fight. Oh. So, and it also means I'm halfway through my journey to black belt. So
what's the order of the belt colors?
It is white, blue, purple, brown, and black.
Okay.
So, and jiu-jitsu takes a long time to pick up belts. So this took me since I got my blue belt, it took me about 2 years.
God damn.
And then I was a white belt for like 2.5 years as well. So yeah, this is basically actually a little more than that. Because I've been doing jiu-jitsu total for like 5 years, and so I'm on my third belt in, and yeah, it takes a while, but it's definitely warranted, and I'm proud to be a purple belt, especially underneath my instructor, because it is notoriously difficult to get promoted where I'm at. So.
Can you like summon like tires and shit now? Like
what the fuck?
I know the 5-finger
jiu-jitsu.
I know the 5-finger death punch. To show me the secrets, y'all.
What's the name of the one that that Kakashi Sensei does to like Naruto? I think it's really popular in Japan too, where like they'll poke each other in like the butt. Yeah.
I forget what it's called too. Yeah, but that's like that is a popular thing in Japan.
So then, when you hit black belt, is that when you kill someone with one punch?
Yeah.
One punch.
Well, actually, there's no striking in jiu-jitsu, so but I can choke you the fuck out though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's the one? Isn't there a combo where you do striking and rolling? Is it?
They have combat jiu-jitsu where you can do that. That's actually gaining popularity right now, which I'm thinking about maybe trying it out to see, because it's like palm strikes with jiu-jitsu, just to keep everybody honest. Because when you're doing jiu-jitsu where there's no strikes involved at all, there's certain positions that you definitely would not want to get into if somebody could hit you, or you'd have to be just like really aware they can hit you. So
yeah, you got to be careful of those judo chop.
Yeah, like for real.
So the Japanese thing I was talking about is called kancho, where they go around poking each other in the butt.
Yeah, I remember that. There's a statue of it in Japan.
It's like,
that's
of kids poking each other, but there's like a picture.
so that's where thumb butt originated. Okay.
On Concho.
Thumb butt.
Kancho, popular.
Sticking your thumb in somebody's butt.
Apparently, there's like, I guess, like rules and strategy for playing this game.
You sure it's a game? Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, it says it's a game.
Yeah, I guess thumb and butt.
The children's played it.
Yeah, thumb and butt, I guess. Thumb butt.
Kancho.
Here is the, if y'all think we're just bullshitting, here is the actual statue in Japan of Concho.
For those of you, for those of you who are watching on the live stream,
That's the turbo button. Get the fuck out of the way.
button.
So, so what it is the like imagine. So you can't see this right now, but you put your hands together and you wrap your fingers around, and you have your index fingers pointed out. And what you do is you walk behind somebody and you say "Concho" and you stick you poke them in the butt with those fingers. And
I feel like the thumb is more effective, but
well, kids will be kids.
yeah, so huh?
That's fucked up.
Well, it's funny because it says Japanese parents and teachers are. Oh wait, never mind. I thought they said they teach the kids this, but I think it's because I saw teachers. I saw it. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it'd be fucked up. They were teaching. Like teachers were like, "Yeah, just poke them in the butt."
Yeah.
You know? Well, different culture. I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other cultures that are way worse. Like, what is it? There's like this culture of like the semen warriors. That shit's gross.
Oh, we
the
gotta
fuck?
just nut. Yeah, when you're a teenager. When
Oh
you're,
yeah, like you just a nut of like the
elder.
like 5 guys
Bunch of dudes. Yeah.
or some shit like that. Yeah,
Basically
yeah.
just bukkake you. And shit.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like a sanctioned bukkake.
But then like here in America, we do shit like punch each other in the fucking nuts and shit, and say, "Hey, what's the capital of Thailand?" You fucking say Bangkok and get somebody in the nuts.
Yeah,
But that's slightly worse than drinking somebody's nut.
Yeah,
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of all bad.
All right, so where we should start off on, guys.
Let's start with something kind of happy because we got a lot of like bullshit that's already on this list.
Well,
Yeah.
why don't we?
Happy.
Should we talk about? We've all have watched Cloak and Dagger, have we not? I think just the 3 of us out of the cast.
Yeah, I've watched the first 3.
There's only 3.
there's only
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
There's
Well,
only 3.
Pretty sure I
I
watched.
think there's 4.
The fourth,
No,
one
fourth one's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I know the first one was 2-parter.
Yeah, part 1 and part 2,
episodes,
and then part 3 was last week, and then part 4 will be tomorrow.
Okay, then yeah, maybe it's 3.
Yeah, there's only 3 so far that I
Yeah.
saw because I checked and it's all cut up. I'm like, great, because I watch it on Hulu.
Because the last one is when.
They kind of go into each other's head.
They go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
astral
yeah.
plane.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're all like meeting. Shit. So yeah,
Yeah, we haven't talked about the show actually yet.
no, we have
so
not. So
So what do you guys think?
I'm liking the show. I mean, I have a few problems with it, but overall, like, I love the actors, the characters. Like, I'm invested in both of them and like everything that's happening with them. So so far it's a positive show.
So when I was watching the show, because it's on Freeform, which is formerly ABC Family, so I'm thinking that this is gonna be like kind of like Freeform, or not Freeform, but ABC Family was famous for having Seventh Heaven, like a super Christian show, but that was kind of edgy or whatnot. So I'm thinking this is gonna be kind of like that, and I was like super surprised because they swear and they're like
Snorting up fucking pills.
snorting pills, and they're like fucking and shit.
Fucking in cars.
Yeah, fucking in cars. Like they don't don't like imply, like they show them thrusting and shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like what the fuck's going on? And it's like I feel like this was a show that was going to be on Netflix and last minute got pulled to ABC Freeform. So because it's got some pretty dank shit up in it.
Oh yes.
Which I do. I mean, I like the show as well. I thought it was it's pretty well done so far. There's some cliche stuff, but I mean, you're not going to get away from all cliche shit in a show. So, especially given the content and the targeted audience, it's really geared towards kind of late teens. So.
Yeah, tweens and stuff.
Yeah. Well, not tweens, late
Yeah,
teens.
late teens, because there's some pretty hardcore subject matter.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, what time does it come on? I actually don't.
I have no idea.
I DVR it, so it just shows up.
I think it's 8.
Oh, okay.
Really? That
Yeah,
early?
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because I'm like, ooh.
One of the problems I had with the show, at least the first episode, was that so there's a scene. So if you haven't watched it, sorry, it's gonna be a little bit of a spoiler. But there's a scene where the black kid's playing basketball, and like his parents are there. And usually when you're watching your kid play sports, you're kind of focused on your kid. You might look away every now and then, but like this kid is like seriously like being bullied on the basketball court. Like the guy literally shoved him and made him fall down, and like nothing happened with that until he like he punched the dude and the guy goes down. Like that whole scene had me like, oh, what? That doesn't make fucking sense. Like your parents are watching, and then the parents get mad that he did it, but they should have saw like exactly what was going on because he's like the only black kid on the teams.
Yeah.
And he goes to a Christian school.
Yeah, I think it's
Catholic school.
Yeah, it's mostly Caucasians there. So yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, he's kind of. I mean, he was getting bullied. Nobody seemed to notice.
Yeah, in a basketball court
full of people.
Yeah, full of people. Yeah, and nobody saw him getting bullied. But then the other scene that's fucked up is when like they kind of torment him in the locker room. That part was kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, somebody got fucked up. They know that to me.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fucked up. Like, this girl was like kind of like doing hardcore drugs and stuff, like in a church. Yeah, she's like snorting up stuff. Like, she's like kind of strung out while she's doing a quote unquote job, or she's doing a con job. I literally thought she was gonna be hooking, because in the comics apparently she was a prostitute.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so but she's like doing a con with her boyfriend, I guess.
Boot thing?
Or boot. I don't know if that's her boot thing. Maybe it's just a fuck boy.
Yeah.
Hard to tell, but yeah, I was just like, I wasn't kind of prepared for that kind of thing, because it's kind of, I feel like they tried to flip stereotypes, like where the black boy, he comes from an average, like a middle class family or whatnot.
He comes from some pretty decent money.
Yeah, so but you couldn't tell like in the beginning because they're stealing stereos and shit. So that was kind of weird.
Well, that was when he was young, right?
Yeah,
they talk about, but like when they show him older, like he's in a nice house. It's obvious that his mom makes money.
Yeah, and then like the daughter, Tandy. So Tandy and Tyrone. So Tandy is the young girl. Like, her dad is a scientist, and she's doing ballet. And then apparently everything goes to shit after her dad like passes after an accident.
Yeah, things kind of went to shit before that, because like her mom was doing was stuck on pain pills.
Yeah,
that's why she was stuck like waiting outside, and she had to call her dad.
Oh,
her mom was all fucked up.
Yeah, but mom like got worse after, and then like she's like literally, it looks like she lives in the slums or whatnot.
She lives in a trailer park.
Yeah, like I want to ask Stitch if that was the Ninth Ward or whatnot, because I've been to that area, but I wasn't sure.
Well, it's interesting because like you were saying, like they both started off in different areas, and like Tyrone was like in the hood, and
it appears that way, but
it appears
not
that way.
Concrete.
But then like she's like up in the rich area, and then all of a sudden this fucking tragedy happens
and
to both
flips.
of them, and then a roles flip. Now he's up in the bleacher seats. No, I was gonna say nosebleed, but no, she's up in a nosebleed, and he's down on stage performing and shit. But yeah, like it's interesting how they flipped that story.
Yeah, and it's kind of like weird. Like, these two characters are kind of understanding their powers, and we really don't see them using them a whole lot. They only use it when they're like either scared or angry or some kind of emotional
near
response.
each other.
They don't really need to. They don't know how to use them yet.
Yeah, they definitely don't know how to use them yet, and I think that's good. I think we're getting to know these characters first, and then they can discover their powers. I feel like already like this might be like tied to the Netflix universe for some reason. I feel like I won't be surprised if we see a cameo from Jessica Jones or something later on. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, they're all in New York, but yeah, I would be happy if it was tied to something in the
This one's This show's in New Orleans.
Yeah, Nowlands. So, and apparently this is an MCU show, so we'll see. They haven't mentioned the quote unquote incident, anything like that. So,
or mutants or anything.
Yeah, mutants or the Terrigen Mist or anything like that. So we'll see. I mean, it's only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mind trippy stuff, kind of. So yeah, I'm liking this so far.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess now we'll talk about something that's fucked up. We'll try to flip flop back
we got
and forth.
a couple fucked up shit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
Just pick one.
Yeah, let's talk about the Chris Hardwick stuff, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got another big ticket one, but later.
Like something new came out regarding that like the other day. So
I think it was today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was today. So the Chris Hardwick's his ex came out with a bunch of allegations about sexual abuse and verbal and physical abuse
and controlling and
and a lot of stuff. And Chris Hardwick's been married for a couple of years now.
I think about 3 years now.
Yeah, so this is
and he's got a kid.
Yeah, so this is coming out like kind of late, and like just the way the story came out, I was kind of iffy on, because Chris doesn't seem like, I mean, obviously you can't tell unless you really know somebody.
Yeah.
If they're a fucking scumbag or not, but it just didn't seem like it was that'd be like something he would do. And the fact that they were saying that this was corroborated by people that he worked with at Nerdist, but I'm like, if there was corroborated by people at Nerdist, then he would have gotten the axe a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
From that company, or he would have had to step down.
Well, and there was like something that Nerdist had posted up saying that he hasn't been part of the company for like the last 2 years, but he still was.
Yeah, well, he still uses their name. Like he's on the Nerdist podcast like all the time. Like he runs that shit. So,
I didn't know he was CEO.
Yeah.
He started it.
Yeah. I had no idea.
It was interesting because at the bottom of the Nerdist website, it always said on the bottom like created created by Chris Hardwick, and it started off small, but it grew into this multiple head beast or whatever not. But now if you go onto the website, where that was, it's a gray box. Like they totally like removed it from there, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, so it turns out, well, some other things came to light today, some text messages between, because, Chris Hardwick actually, he denied, all the allegations. And
yeah, he came out right away and said
he denied, but he also said that they broke up because she cheated.
Yeah. And so there were some TMZ leaked some, even though I hate quoting TMZ, but they leaked some text messages between Chris Hardwick and his ex, and apparently like his ex was trying to get back with him for like 7 months, like after they broke up, and it was pretty clear in text. And he was talking about how he was done because she was cheating on him with some guy named Sam, and it kept going on even after they broke up, and she was still trying to get with him, and so he was just like no. So yeah, I think people kind of jumped the gun about this dude, given this other evidence. I think it's just kind of fucked up how somebody merely just accusing somebody of something can drastically alter their fucking life. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely lost revenue over this, because not only did the Nerdist, remove themselves from him, also all his AMC show shit got shut down.
Oh yeah. Well, it's on hold, which is pretty much shut down, which means that, and also he was supposed to be the MC for Comic-Con next month, and they removed him from that, so they're trying to find someone else to take his place. So all these things these events and big, like Comic-Con's a big event,
so it's fucking
and it's
huge.
going to be huge, and because of this one woman gives out allegations, and all of a sudden public opinion like removes him. Like I can understand putting him on hold, but not removing him completely without like some kind of legal ramifications or assertive proof, because if not, this is just a he said she said thing.
Yeah, that's why I always say when this stuff comes up, you need to take somebody to court, because if you don't, you don't know what all the facts are, you know what I mean? And this is why just simply going to the court of public opinion is the wrong way to go with this kind of stuff. I mean, it's already out there. You might as well just get it in court and then, have somebody really figure out what the fuck happened, instead of this, oh, well, he did this, and then all of a sudden this guy's life is destroyed. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, men don't do fucked up shit, men do, but women do fucked up shit too, and these stories like this are becoming more and more frequent, and it's fucking disgusting. And obviously it's disgusting, when a man does fucked up shit like that, that's even more disgusting, but it's still pretty fucked up that you can lie and destroy somebody's life like that by accusing them of doing some really fucking horrific shit that they didn't actually do.
And there's stories of people who've gone to jail because of false rape allegations, and it turns out like they made it up the whole story. Like I think there was a story recently
45 days in jail. I'm like, that's Look, if a guy goes to jail for rape, he's not going to jail for fucking 45 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs to be something way more significant than fucking 45 days. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, but there's guys who have spent years in jail, like college football players who've been accused of rape, and then all of a sudden, years later, it comes to light that, you know, they were lied on, or, you know, some other story was fabricated or whatnot.
Or it was like a bad sex story.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just a situation that they had consensual sex, but she wants to get back at him.
Yeah,
because
like
something, for whatever reason.
Aziz, I'm sorry, he had the story where the woman said that he forced herself on him, but it just turned out it was just a bad.
It was just bad sex. Yeah, it was bad sex, and then she tried to like drag him through the mud, which could have serious ramifications for him. So I mean, it's kind of fucked up because sometimes when these women come out and accuse someone of something that did not happen, then they don't get punished as much as like.
There's no repercussions.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes I guess it varies from state to state, county to county. Because sometimes there are some women who end up going to jail and have to pay back the money that they were awarded. Sometimes. Other times they get no penalties.
Yeah.
So it just really, it's a case by case basis. So I think it really depends on the judge.
Well, I think that, you know, laws need to be refreshed in that respect, because don't get me wrong, you know, when somebody does like rape somebody or, you know, physically assaults them, that is abhorrent, but this new wave of just people just accusing people of shit and getting away with it with no consequences, that needs to fucking stop. And it's not going to stop until there's serious consequences for shit like that. Like, people need to go to jail for years to do for shit like that, or even possibly, to me, honestly, they should be like if you accuse somebody of sexual assault and they didn't do it, then you need to be shown as a sexual predator, because that's some fucked up bullshit.
Yeah. Well, there definitely has to be some kind of repercussions for
I think
lying.
there should be some repercussions.
There should definitely be jail time.
Maybe mine was too far, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm like a sexual predator.
Definitely jail time.
Yeah, definitely jail. I mean, I think it was you who was pointed out a while ago. I don't know if it was you or someone else I knew, but if you were caught lying about a sexual assault or even rape, then your consequence should be the consequence of a rape offender.
Yes, it should.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
With the exception of being labeled a sex offender, just the jail time and whatever kind of penalties or whatnot. But I know recently there was I don't remember which state, but they were saying that one woman who got away with lying, they said, well, we want to protect actual victims, and we want them to be able to come forward or whatnot. But it's like, dude, if you were legitimately assaulted, then you have nothing to worry about. As long as the truth is out there.
In almost any other fucking thing, if you lie in court, that you're held in contempt and you go to fucking jail, and it's for longer than 45 fucking days.
Yeah.
Contempt, perjury, all that. Yeah, I mean, especially. Well,
I can imagine, some situation where there's I don't know, maybe somebody with money involved, and this might be taking a page out of Hollywood or whatever, but them kind of trying to build up evidence, false evidence, to try to prove that this woman is lying about a rape happening or something like that, and then she goes to jail even though the actual rape did happen.
Yeah, that's fucked up too.
But I'm just saying, it's kind of it's not a gray area, but it's definitely
it's not a black and white issue. It's not clean cut.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Sometimes it is though, because a lot of times when there's clear evidence, when you have text messages or some shit like that, or they actually admit this fucking that last chick did, where she admitted in court that she was fucking lying about the whole thing.
Then
they need to fucking go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's very clear cut to me. That if you admit to lying about some shit like that, you need to go to fucking jail.
Yeah. So it sucks about what's happening to Chris. Hopefully he's able to come out of this and still get jobs, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe him and Nerdist can reconcile. Maybe they'll keep their distance. Who knows? No idea.
But it's interesting though. But I've never been a big Chris Hardwick fan. I always thought he was kind of
he's
annoying. But
I met the guy.
But I liked him on Talking Dead.
Yeah.
I always thought he did a really good job with that, because he was a fan of the show, and he had the same point of views that I had about the show. So
I met him and Sarah Jane Underwood at WonderCon.
Nice.
Years ago. So
very cool.
So since we're on a topic of kind of celebrities, let's kind of jump into something kind of funny. I'm not sure if we talked about this yet, but there's a woman who came out and said that this happened 16 years ago, but apparently she was hanging out with Jamie Foxx, and he wanted her to do some stuff for him, and she didn't want to do it, and so he slapped her with his dick.
What the fuck?
Against the fucking face.
I mean, that's fucked up. But it's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. But she had to be in that facility, in that area for that shit to happen. What
if it was real limber though, and he just jumped up and slapped her like a roundhouse dick slap?
Yeah.
Right? He was gonna dunk a ball and jumped over her head and just smack.
I mean, what if he was just hickory dickory dock?
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, if that's true, that's assault.
Assault with the deadly dick.
Assault. Yeah.
But I've heard other celebrities come out and say that Jamie Foxx does have a big one. Vivica A. Fox said that he had one. She said she walked into his trailer and he was nude, and she saw it and was like, damn.
Yeah, because they were dating for a little while.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, just for a little bit. He was dating. Who is it? I think when he was on what's Snoop Dogg's show? Snoop Dogg has his little show on YouTube. Him and Jamie Foxx is on there a couple times, but he talks about him and Vivica.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know he had a YouTube thing.
Yeah, he has a YouTube show. He has hella people
Stewart,
on there.
But
yeah, he has the one Mark Stewart.
No, he has my roommates watching, because he just had there's an episode where he has Larry King on there. It's amazing.
Snoop Dogg does? Damn.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg and Larry King. Larry King's on the show.
Are they smoking weed that one show where they eat hot dogs?
He does smoke. He tries to get Larry to smoke, but Larry, I guess he admits to smoking, but he won't smoke on camera. So
that's kind of like Get Dug with High. You ever watched that before?
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Get Dug with High is I forget the guy's Doug something for his last name, but he has people on that just get high as fuck on the show.
Is it titled that just because you're fucking high, so you say it wrong?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
It's called Get Dug with High. He's the same guy that did he did a fucking documentary where basically got high like every day.
It's that what is it called? The one with he did one for, there was like one for McDonald's and there was one for Super High Me.
Yeah, Super High Me. Yeah,
because there was Super Size Me, which was a documentary about eating McDonald's every day for 30 days. But yeah, he had the Super High Me.
I gotta find this goddamn show because this is a super
Doug Benson
show.
There we go. Doug Benson.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Get Doug with High. Yeah, it's a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's fucking funny, especially that documentary was pretty funny.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
He came out here to Oakland. He went to the marijuana university in that episode.
Yeah, Amsterdam or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, moving on. Where you guys want to go? Talk about something sort of funny, but not really. It's fucked up.
What is this? Which one you want? Which one you talking about?
Well, no, we talked about something that was kind of funny but fucked up.
Oh, so we're gonna switch it up to something
fucked up again?
Let's talk about Voltron.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Season 6, right?
Yeah, season 6.
Even though there's still like mini seasons because this was only like 7 episodes long.
They are 7, and watch. I bet you season 7 will be in the fall.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I won't be surprised at all.
Which is fine because the content there was only one episode in this whole seven episode series that was kind of throwaway, but it was still good. It was so funny.
Yeah.
So this season has been really good. Like it's probably the best season yet.
So I had tweeted out saying that this Voltron is probably the best remake of my childhood. Yep. Like it's so well done and like they kind of not really stick to the material, but like what they do with it is really well done, especially with the characters and alliance and kind of the development of the relationships and like shit going on between the bad guys and the good guys. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think, but yeah, I think I can agree with that it's probably the best remake of a show thus far.
It's been so good.
Yeah.
It's been really, man.
There's basically a black fucking Voltron in the show. That you kind of see coming. So
like a demon Voltron looking thing.
Yeah.
What's the name's vehicle? Not Scargar.
Lotor. Prince Lotor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I always get Lotor and his dad confused because their names seems familiar, like similar.
Zarkon and Lotor?
Yeah. Well, no, I guess I just get them confused because from the original series, I can't remember who was like the ultimate, like the true bad guy of the original series. But both their names were there.
Yeah, they both were in there. So I just liked how fucking Lotor was like trying to like smooth his way into Princess Allure's panties.
Them draws.
He
damn near did and then like the team found out
until the truth came out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I just like how like in the original it was about the planet.
Yeah,
about this it's about the whole fucking universe. And they're like on the run because they're outnumbered and only Voltron is like the only one that can. But I mean, it's not only that, they also like they have like discord within the team. Like they have to have team building stuff. Like they have issues as a team that they need to get over. There's also the fact that like there's a lot of stuff that kind of like we don't really know, so they're able to add so much stuff to it. It's great.
Like, a lot of the characters backstories. Like last season, it was kind of about Pitch finding his family or finding her family.
Yeah, he had Pitch,
which is a giant fucking spoiler because I mean it kind of was obvious, but like,
well, it's kind of been there since episode 1.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like it's truly revealed later on that like Pitch is the actual girl in this series versus it was a boy in the last one. At least
no, it's the same thing. Original Pitch was female. They found out Pitch was female in the original.
In the original Voltron?
Yeah.
Damn, I must have missed that episode.
Yeah, you missed that. Yeah, Pidge is female. She's always Pidge has always been that way for a while. Like you didn't know, and they did it the exact same way to honor the old school. And Pidge in the show is voiced by a female.
We know what's cool about, I guess this season, they've added in some new characters. One of the characters' moms is in the show now. So that was really cool. And then also they added in, there's the Alteans. I guess there was more that survived. So that was really cool. Even though the one that they showed pretty much looks like Zelda.
Yeah.
So it's just like Zelda.
And like she even had like the fairy sprite flying around her.
Yeah.
A Navi running around. Yeah. Oh, also there's like they have like this teleporting wolf.
Yeah, which they don't really talk about very much.
Yeah, they really don't.
Doesn't it look like a Pokemon character?
It does.
Yeah, I was
It
like,
really
that's actually, let me see if I can look that up.
They have
Yeah.
space whales and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We finally get to see, because we've seen hints about one character and how they've been, I guess, assaulted or indoctrinated or whatnot, but then we see this come to fruition in this season. Like, finally we see a truth about a character. I don't want to give too much away, but it's like super kind of fucked up because it's kind of heartbreaking a little bit, but it's also awesome because they have a sick ass fight.
Yeah.
Oh, that fight scene was
really good.
like straight out of fucking anime. Like, it was so fucking good. Even the animation style changed for that fight scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty dope.
But that's like a throwback to straight up anime though, like the way they changed certain animations.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was really good. I like every time Voltron ends, it leaves me wanting more.
Yeah, they did a really good job of like, first of all, in seasons they'll answer a lot of questions from the previous season, but then at the end of that season, they'll have you asking even more questions.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I really like how they kind of did a bit of a. I kind of don't want to talk about it because it's going to be a bit of a spoiler. So I'm not going to say it. I'll wait till next week.
Yeah, it's only been
a week,
like less than
came
a
out
week.
over the weekend.
Yeah,
came out on Friday.
So yeah, that's why we're not spoiling it.
But it's only it's 7 episodes. So
you can power through, and they're half-hour episodes.
Yeah, you can easily power through them because they're so good, and they're all like they're linked together except for that one episode.
Yeah, there's like a throwaway episode, which is cool because they sit around. It's like they have like a refresh or like a rest and relaxation episode.
Yeah,
where they play
an R&R episode.
They play D&D, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
but,
like a virtual game, like online version of D&D.
Yeah, it's like a holographic D&D almost.
Yeah,
so it was good. I really like this season, even though it's short. The last couple seasons have been short. I think the longest season is season 1.
Oh yeah, I think season 1 was like 20 episodes or something.
No, I think season 1's like 10 to 13, maybe.
Yeah, season 1 was much longer.
Way longer.
Yeah.
And everything else has been like shorter since then, which is okay, but I think they could do 10 to 13 episodes, so we'll see. I'm really liking this. Voltron's definitely a great.
Blue's looking it up. So originally came out in 2016. Wow.
Season 2 was the longest. It was 13 episodes. Season 1 was 11. But the last few it's been 7 or 6. So
so
damn, this has been out for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, about 2 years.
Yeah. So there you go. Voltron on Netflix. Check it out.
The one thing with Voltron that always trips me out is that like some of the voices for it, like Steven Yeun is the voice of Keith, and then Creed Summers the voice of Hagar, which we get to learn like who she fucking really is.
Yeah,
we just and we get to see her in like her other form, which is kind of dope.
And Creed Summers has aged gracefully as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all let me pull up a picture, but I think she's like in her late 40s now.
Probably,
but she looks really good.
Also, what's his name's in the cat? Norman Reedus appears in season 1, but his character reappears in I think season 2 or 3, but it's voiced by a different actor. And then, if you're a fan of like Arrow and Scream, the TV series, Bex Taylor Thomas, she's the voice of Pidge. So, and then I don't remember who the voice of Shiro is, but it's got some pretty interesting voice casting people. So
I can pull it up.
I'm trying to find a picture of Creed Summers for those of you who
I'm trying
are
to find a bigger picture.
a better or bigger.
Bigger. Most of these are small.
But yeah.
Oh wow, it's Dwayne Wade.
Oh shit, yeah.
Kadeem Hardison.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, those are.
I'm trying to. This Keith, the guy who does the voice of.
That's Creed Summers. If she looks familiar, she was also in A Different World. So
way back in the day.
Way back. And that is Dwayne Wade right next to her. Well, what is his name?
Kadeem Hardison.
Yeah.
So it looks like the guy who does the voice of Shiro is Josh Keaton, and he did the voice of. Looks like Major Olin. Never mind. I thought he did the voice of Snake in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, you're talking about shit. I know you're talking about. Sure, his fucking name now. It's less than something with an H.
Major Ocelot?
What? Who's did it? God dang.
I can read.
Revolver Ocelot, you talking about?
No. It's shit. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's one of the bad guys.
Anyway.
All right, moving on.
One of the big boss.
Now back to some bullshit. This is probably gonna be the biggest bullshit because I was in arguments about this shit for the past 2 days.
This is nice. We're switching off between cool to fucking dankness.
Trying. All right. So recently it came to light that the United States of America has been taking asylum seekers and illegal immigrants from the border. Separate if they have families, they would separate the parents from the kids. They would put the parents in jail, and they would put the children in cages, which is basically fucking jail, in my opinion. It's a detention center without their parents. It's fucked up. I've gotten to a lot of arguments about this with my friends from the right that had basically no moral ground to stand on about this shit. I didn't know what was happening. A lot of people on the right want to just say, hey, the previous administrations were doing it. You know, Obama didn't do anything. They'll bring up Obama and Clinton, but they'll never talk about President Bush. And I'm just like, all right, well, he did it too. Like, they all just were complacent about that. I don't give a fuck who started it. They need to end it. And, you know, once we all figured out that this was happening and it was a national outrage, our current president, President Trump sorry, I really didn't mean to say Trump.
Sure you didn't.
President Trump. I'll try to keep it respectful.
Yeah.
You know, the president, even though I really don't like the guy. But what he decided to do was say, well, I can't do anything. It's going to have to be the Democrats that fix this. You know, I can't do anything. And then literally a day after he said that, he signed an executive order that could fix it. And it's like, they could have, any president could have done that, but I find it really cowardly that this guy would say that he couldn't do anything and then cave to political, I guess, pressure after the fact. And it's just like, dude, if you want to be morally right, you need to do it from the get-go. If you see something is wrong, like children in cages, that should be a fucking no-brainer, right?
Right.
Children in cages, bad. Take them out of cages. You know what I mean? It's just like, doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, and then I've seen a lot of people on the right, they say that, oh, well, if you have parents that go to jail, what do you do with the kids? I'm like, you don't put the kids in jail too, you stupid fuck. You put them in a foster home or with their other family members. Yeah, you don't put the kids also in a separate jail. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. And nobody has had any sort of valid argument on why you put children in cages when their parents are in jail. Like, we have a foster care system, folks. I know a lot about this because when I adopted, my youngest daughter, I had to go through all this stuff for adopting, and a lot of it had to do with foster care. And I was in a fucking foster home before, so I looked at the statistics. There were 400,000 kids in foster care in the United States alone, and at any given time, that number can ramp up by 200,000. So there is room in our current foster care system for people to take on these children, and they're trained. The problem I have is that they're trained people that are trained to deal with children that are high stress children. You know what I mean? They put them in homes, they care for them, and they're not putting them in cages and leaving them with people that are not trained to deal with children.
Well, it's funny that you say that because like a lot of people in on comments would say something like, "Oh, if you Republican or you Democrat or whatever wants to have these kids be in nice areas, why don't you take them into your homes?" And it's like, it's not. You can't just take somebody into your home and know how to react to these kids. Like, there's professional people, like you were saying about foster care. They know how to handle situations like this. Like, you can't just open up your door and let somebody in that's been their mom and dad's been taken away, and you literally spent the last week laying on the fucking floor with metal or what is the tarp they were wearing to keep warm, that reflective one.
They look like big human kennels.
But to be honest with
if
you,
the pictures are to believe,
if I stay in the house that I'm in right now but I'm about to move, I would honestly open my house up to a child like that, and I would have no problem doing that. And it would be a very short conversation with K-Mac, and we would do it. So
it's really sad that a lot of people are like, oh, they're little immigrants, like they're breaking the law, so fuck them, basically. Like, who cares? years.
It's a misdemeanor, first of all. I mean, I understand. I really do sympathize with that side of the argument that they're immigrant, but we're still talking about kids, right? That's a problem. I think that we should have our current immigration law should be easier to immigrate in the United States, and also a lot of people are ignoring the fact that a lot of those people that are coming over here are asylum seekers that weren't even from Mexico. They're actually from like South America and Central America.
Yeah, they're from multiple countries.
Yeah, and so they kind of lose the argument with me at that point. So even if there were illegal immigrants or whatever, we should make it easier to immigrate into America. I've gone through various background checks for various jobs, including top secret clearance. It doesn't take as long as it takes to immigrate into America, and I think that's fucked up.
So I have some questions because there's some things that I don't quite get. Because one, it seems like if the families are caught at the Mexican border, the kids get sent to New York. Some have. There's been thousands of kids that have sent to New York.
Yeah.
And then the parents are left at the border in jail. But then why would you send the kids away when you're just going to deport them back
and they've
across the border? Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me. You're spending money to relocate the kids, but then you got to bring them back. If they don't lose them, because apparently they have lost hundreds of thousands of children.
Not hundreds of thousands, thousands.
Apparently they've almost sent 100,000 that have been trafficked or whatnot.
No, they haven't lost 100,000 people. 100,000.
Then children still. Losing children is still, losing one child is more than terrible.
Yeah.
But go ahead, sorry.
To have them trafficked, though, to lose them to the trafficking system is even more heartbreaking. Like, we're allowing this to happen, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not taking issues. I understand that, coming across the border illegally is, an offense, but do we really need to separate the families? I don't understand why they're not just holding them together. I've seen reports today that they're building like tent cities where you can just, detain the families until you send them back across the border. Why do you need to separate the families? To me, it sounds like a fear tactic to the adults that if you come across where you may lose your children, and in some cases they have lost their children.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I can't remember her name. It's the Secretary of State, I believe.
Sarah Huckabee?
Yeah. She's not Secretary of State.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's something. She's Secretary of something. But she basically came out saying she came on and did a press conference on the White House webpage saying that this is from like previous administration, like we didn't create these laws or something like that. We're just kind of enforcing them.
Yeah.
But then I kid you not, 3 days before on Twitter, she had tweeted out saying like, "Oh no, this isn't. We're not separating families and stuff like that." Like she totally flip flop on her story.
Yeah, well, when people say that, it's just the previous whatever, we're just enforcing the law, but that is literally what the Nazis did when they decided to throw Jewish people into fucking gas chambers. Like they just said, it just came down. My boss told me to do it, so I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like you're not given a pass because somebody before you did that, and you're continuing this abhorrent behavior. You're not. You're part of the problem at that point. You might not have started it, but you're continuing it. It's just like saying that, if you're a boss of some company, if you get hired on as a new boss, and then you get there, and all of a sudden you find out that there's like children in the basement that are held in cages. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What do you do? Do you say, it's the last guy, he did it, I'm not going to let him out? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You let them out first, and then you talk about the other guy. But you gotta let him be free, or do something about it. You gotta take direct action. You don't just sit there on your hands and just say, the last guy did it, so fuck, I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, I still don't. Because I know that the immigration deportation thing is like it's not like a typical crime, I guess. So I think it shouldn't be treated this way. Because to me, all these reports feel like we're just building a kinder, gentler Guantanamo, when we should just try to find a solution to keep the families together and then deport them in a humane fashion. Like keep them together. and then when it's time, you hoard them on buses and take them to whatever deportation center or whatever drop-off center is across the border, and then let it be. Now, you may argue, like, hey, that may, they're just going to come back across, but it's going to take, even though if that is the case, it's going to take them time, because they're going to be dispersed once they hit those spots. And if they want to come back, it's going to take them time to do it.
Yeah, we need to make our immigration process, they need to streamline it and make it a little bit easier. Like, actually, a lot fucking easier. It's ridiculous that it takes this long to immigrate legally in the United States. I know this personally. Like my jiu-jitsu instructor he's been in the United States for like the longest time. And he's legal here. You know, he has like the proper paperwork, but it's taking him for fucking ever.
Oh, yeah.
To get actual citizenship in the United States. And he's somebody that, you know, he works here. He's been here for a long time. He speaks English. You know what I mean? He's
pays his taxes.
Yeah, pays his taxes. All that shit. You know, it's a great guy, but yet it's taking years, fucking years.
Yeah. So the person I was talking about, she's the Secretary of Homeland Security. It's
that's right,
Christian Thiessen.
Is that the same woman that got ran out of a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, same lady. So apparently she was having dinner at a Mexican restaurant somewhere, and a bunch of protesters showed up, and she left out. She ran up out of there.
Apparently they were throwing. Well, yeah, they were like throwing shit at her,
throwing tamales at her,
throwing stuff at her. Like, I guess she was near a window, so they like threw stuff.
But yeah, so on June 17th, she tweeted out, "We do not have a policy of separating families at the border, period." And then later on, she released a press conference saying, like, "Oh, we do have a policy, and we've been enforcing it because it's a previous administration thing."
Yeah, it's just total bullshit. It's just people that are just trying to get away with their own morality issues. Honestly, it should not take a nation of people complaining for you to have a morality fucking epiphany.
Well, it's not even just a nation. Like the UN and stuff got involved too, saying like this is very inhumane for you to be doing these kids.
Human rights stuff. Like, why are we taking children away? Like, it's not like they know how to. Like, I don't even know. Apparently, these kids are young. I'm assuming they're teens and younger.
Younger than that, yeah. Like, I think there was like toddlers or like 2-year-olds, and like I think they were saying that the kids are in these detention areas. There's only like maybe 4 or 5 social workers that are working there, and like a lot of them don't know how to like work with kids, like handle kids, like changing diapers or like calming kids down. And you got like all these kids that are locked up crying because they don't know what the hell's going on.
It makes you wonder if these workers even speak Spanish or whatnot.
Probably not.
Or even Portuguese, because some may be coming from Portuguese-speaking country.
That is true.
So I mean, that's another issue on top of that. So it's just
sad.
It's just been one huge cop out, and I don't know. I pissed off probably a lot of my friends on the right on Facebook here recently, but I don't really give a shit, because if you want to sit there and let some party politics change your moral compass, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because I actually had one guy that said that, tried to say that I was on the left. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not on either side. Like, honestly, I'm not on the left or the right. I mean, I see there's good shit and bad shit on both sides, and I'm not gonna like pick one and then do whatever the fuck they tell me to do, because both sides have done some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So I just don't get it.
I got in a few conversations with people, and it's like, are you serious? Like, really? Come on now. And they try to say I'm like brainwashed or whatever, or I'm following what the media is saying. And I fucking went and did research. Somebody posted on my thing about some law that was passed, but like what they had posted up was just terms of what an unaccompanied minor is.
Oh yeah, that's totally different.
Didn't make any kind of fucking sense. An
unaccompanied minor is usually like when you lose a kid at the mall.
Well, it's also when you fly a kid without a parent, which my oldest used to do all the time, and now she doesn't need it. But that an unaccompanied minor doesn't end up in a cage, ever, until recently, I guess. You know.
So let's flip this a little bit. What if Canadians were trying to immigrate in masse? Would there still be these camps? Would they still be an issue?
Of course not.
I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Because I bet you, if you ask any Canadian, it probably took them half the time for them to be an American citizen than anyone from a Latin American country.
And they burned down the White House.
Oh.
I'm saying, fuck those maple sipping assholes.
I can't
I'm
say
just
that.
kidding. If you're Canadian, you're probably cool.
Yeah, you know what?
I know what it's all about.
I will give the Canadian props, because when Hurricane Katrina hit, they were one of the first responders.
And they also helped with 9/11. That's a fact.
So,
but I'll give you one of the obvious answers to that is because it's easier for a Canadian to come to America culturally and kind of adapt than it is for somebody from Mexico to come to America.
Of course.
Just on a cultural level.
Yeah, but if you're looking at immigration, it should apply to all immigrants.
It should. You're right. But when you have somebody that comes from a vastly different culture, their integration into our culture is going to be a little harder. If you're coming from a place that doesn't speak English, like that's a hurdle right fucking there.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then there's also other just cultural things but at the same time, America is already it's already
a nation of immigrants,
especially for Mexicans. Like it's already set up to like make it the easiest fucking path as possible.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit is in fucking Spanish. A lot of our cities and states are in fucking Spanish. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to transition from. We have whole schools and shit like that in programs like ESL, English as a Second Language, just set up to transition immigrants and their kids into speaking English and really integrating into our culture, and it works. I mean, it's worked out pretty well. I mean, I don't see after like one or two generations, most Mexican families still sticking with strict Mexican traditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they usually integrate pretty well.
You brought up I know that a lot of the states that border Mexico, a lot of them have Mexican named cities, but then if you go Midwest and Northeast, there's a lot of Native American named cities.
Wonder why that is.
Yeah, I wonder.
Well, it's like my wife is actually Mexican, and her family, she's first generation here, like American citizen, and like these people are fucking cool. Like I live with them, and like they're not like selling drugs or anything. Like her dad works fucking hard. He gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, comes on about 8 p.m. and he drives a truck for local wineries here in the Bay Area, which is kind of fucking cool. Like not all Mexicans are fucking criminals.
Well, that's the thing is that they're when I hear about President Trump talking about MS-13, it's like, okay, you're talking about a gang of like 10,000 people. It would be like me saying comparing every white person to fucking the KKK. Like that's very unreasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just break it down to like the worst of the fucking worst of that.
Put them all in the same
group.
umbrella.
Yeah, you can't do that. That is so fucking ridiculous. Like you got to look at it on an individual basis on who these people are. That's why you have the immigration process, and that's why you do background checks. Yeah, there's gonna be people that fall through the cracks, but I mean that's why we have local law enforcement. You just can't say you can't come in because some gang that you probably never heard of, or that's a problem also in Mexico that they're probably fucking trying to get away from. You can't apply that shit to every Mexican or every brown person that comes from south of the border.
Yeah.
That's utterly ridiculous.
It's actually really interesting that we mentioned Canada because W. Kamau Bell in his show United States America. Yeah. He did a thing where he went to. It didn't air the episode because it was DVR'd, but actually they end up not showing an episode, and they had like a tribute to Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
So they didn't get to see the episode, but like what they like. I imagine they were going to like go into details about how life is in Canada truly.
Yeah, I actually did I kind of went down a rabbit hole to see why the relationship between Canada and America, and it's a really interesting one because the way that everything split up in the beginning, and then we had a couple of wars, but nobody really talks about. And yeah, I wasn't kidding. You can look it up. Canada really did burn down the White House. Well, that was way back in the day.
Just kind of jump in real quick. Somebody in the chat room, Paul, he mentioned that Mexico sent help to New Orleans when Katrina hit. So when FEMA wouldn't do anything.
I think FEMA was the last agency that actually show up to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else is there except for FEMA. It's all bad. So
I don't know. We need to look at people as people first, and then whatever else we find out later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you start trying to boil down entire ethnic groups as subhuman because you're looking at them as they're the worst of the worst of that ethnic group, that's fucking bullshit. That's exactly how the Jews got thrown into fucking gas chambers. Even the Jews weren't even bad. I've never actually met a Jewish person that was fucking really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only
met 3.
Anybody
made 4.
You mean you've only met 4 Jewish people?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. You probably realize that you've met more Jews than you just didn't know it. But yeah, there's bad people from all walks of life.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter the color of your skin. There's evil fucking people out there.
Evil's evil. You know, it comes in different forms.
Yeah.
So there you go. I've met evil toddlers. Fucking little bastards.
Yeah.
Remember that kid who he's all I like doing bad things. That little black kid.
Yeah,
that's
when
grandma's car.
that's when the Boondocks, they did an episode about that
yeah,
kid.
they did.
Oh, that was fucking terrible. You can watch him on YouTube. It's fucking bad.
He said he likes doing hood things because it's fun.
Yeah.
Smoking with cigarettes.
Oh, it's so bad. But yeah, it's funny to me because I know of people who possibly from the right who argue about, you know, we're spending all this money on immigration or whatnot, and you know, we're wasting it. I mean, I'm all. If you look at this, that whole thing I brought up earlier about shuttling kids to 8 to 10 states away, that's wasting money. Like keeping them with their parents at the border so they can get shuttled across. That spend those resources there.
People that talk about wasting money on illegal immigration are totally they're not thinking about these things on an economic sense. If we stopped all immigration altogether in the United States, we would probably within probably 20, 30 years, we would be fucked, like economically.
Oh yeah.
Because we're always going to need somebody with a certain low skill set. I'm not saying all immigrants have this, but immigrants, especially illegal immigrants, they can't work all the jobs in America, obviously, because they're not here legally. So they have to work these jobs like in fields or whatever, like kind of like gray area jobs. Mm-hmm. You know, they're very manually intense.
Get sprayed with pesticides.
Yeah, but if you had those jobs going to Americans, they have to, first of all, they have to pay them more, and that would make the cost of everything go up. So I think people just kind of miss the point about shit like that. Yeah, it shouldn't. We should probably fix that, but we're not going to fix it anytime soon.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
No, it definitely isn't. And
People are they're gonna keep getting paid under minimum wage just to fucking survive, you know, and send money and to get money for their families.
Like it's kind of making me think about like what's happening here in the Bay Area right now, where like houses are super expensive here, and like a lot of people can't live here because it's so goddamn expensive. But you know, we got like Starbucks and like McDonald's and shit that people don't want to fucking work that job because it doesn't pay enough for them to even live here. So
but those jobs that you shouldn't see like a grown ass man working at McDonald's.
Oh hell no!
You know what I mean? Like if I see a grown ass man like flipping burgers, it's like, bro, why'd you fuck up? Mm-hmm. Like these are jobs for people that have no skills, which are typically young people.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a grown up thing, and that's why I have a problem with this. Is a whole different conversation, but I have a problem with like raising minimum wage. When I was a kid, I didn't give a shit about minimum wage. All I gave a shit about was
getting money.
I was getting money, yeah, and I was getting experience to learn how to work my next job.
Yeah,
you know, so my first job I got paid under the table. I got paid like $3.75 an hour, and I didn't really give a shit. I enjoyed the job that I did. I worked at a record store, and it was great. I learned experience. I learned how to deal with other employees. I learned how to, come to work on time. You know, actually do work. You know, take directions, shit like that. Mm-hmm. That's like your first job. You know what I mean? That you shouldn't be paying somebody an absorbent amount of money to learn how to work. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, though.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh man, we went deep on that.
Deep on that.
I like to hear what other people's thoughts on this. Like any of our listeners, see what side of the table they're on.
I would hope so.
But definitely do research. Don't just go by what fucking's been thrown down your throat. Like look, research, and find the truth.
Including what we said. So yeah, look up what we said, and I did my research. I know Blue definitely did his research.
I had to.
Yeah.
I was getting fucking constantly thrown shit at. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even ask for it.
Yeah.
I just kept getting fucking like tagged and shit. I'm like, what? I didn't know until like this happened. I was like, what the fuck? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this is a hot button issue at the moment, but I mean, if you want to stay involved, there's things that you can do. You know, you can actually communicate with your congressperson, city councilman, and, you know, try to get more information and have a conversation, you know, get this ball rolling. I mean, elections coming up in November.
There's also a GoFundMe. I think it was GoFundMe.
There is a GoFundMe account.
One of those things.
Yeah.
To help. They already raised over $4 million to help out.
I think it hit over 10 million today. Because I saw someone link it, and I think their goal is 15 million, and as of I think 3 o'clock today, they were at 13 million. So I was like, wow, because I've seen it and I've seen some friends of mine had donated. I mean, I don't think there's a minimum you can donate, as far as I know. Maybe there is.
No, there's not.
So, you know, if you want to help out, try to reconnect.
Usually not. Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, there's a few of them? Oh, well, there you go.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, holy crap.
Where's the big one, though?
I don't know. Shouldn't it be at top?
10.
Oh, these are all like individual. Damn.
Real.
These are individual for like individual people are on GoFundMe to like help with immigration crises.
Hopefully, none of them are scammers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Always
That would
gotta
be
watch out
fucked up.
Where's the big one though? There was like one that was like huge.
Yeah, it was like millions, right? Yeah, the one. There's one that I saw. They were trying because it said they were close to hitting their goal, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, those of you who are out there and want to help make a difference, look for these GoFundmes. There are some rolling on Facebook right now. There's
Holy
some,
shit! 20.
Damn, that's a
Averaging-
lot. Holy shit.
This one is averaging $2,000 per minute.
Damn.
Which one? Give me a fucking. I need a link. It raised $4.7 million in 4 days. I'm trying to find the actual link.
Oh, what is that now?
Oh, there you go. So for those of you who are like listening on SoundCloud and Stitcher and all that, you're probably like, dude, these guys are fumbling or mumbling. Yeah, we're trying to. This is live. We're doing this
Yeah,
live.
we're researching live.
So those of you
it's
who are
on-
in the future.
Sorry, it's on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, and they've raised $15 million.
Oh, so they went past it then, because it was at 13 million a few hours ago.
Yeah, it's $15 million right now.
It looks like
God dang.
I see a few friends have donated.
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of my
too.
friends have donated, which is crazy.
Since we're a little bit on, are we done about the separation thing, or
Yeah.
I guess want to kind of change gears? Well, I'm not going to change gears too much, but this isn't on the list. But there's a thing. Oh, I can't believe this shit's on the fucking ballot. But Odin was talking about how in November is election time, but here in California we have this bill on the ballot to separate California into 3 different fucking states.
It's the same shit as when they wanted to separate it into fucking 10 states. Same bullshit.
Oh God, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Same bullshit. This is the greatest state in the union. Fuck everybody else.
True.
Well, I mean, I know that I get the reasons, because I remember back in the 80s they wanted to separate California into 2 states. They wanted to separate NorCal versus SoCal, and it was mainly over water.
Yeah.
So now I guess they want it. So it's stupid. They wanted what the 3 states is Northern Cali, Southern Cali, and then California.
Yeah.
Which is basically the bay and like part of like the inland over there. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
You're right. It is stupid, but I can see the other side. Because if you look at the California in particular, you ever looked at like the actual voting trends? Like by county?
Yeah, like the Bay Area is usually pretty much on the, I guess, the Republican, or they're more blue than red.
No, here it's blue. So the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and then most of San Diego County are blue. But the entire rest of the state is literally Republican.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, those are the 3 highest populations.
Yeah, because I know this mainly came out when, or kind of came to my knowledge when we were trying to legalize marijuana in the past. Or no, for gay marriages. That's what it was for.
No, so the gay marriage thing actually wasn't about that. But the gay marriage thing was worded fucked up. You had to vote no for gay marriage.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main reason why. Because I remember I voted for it and I had to read it. I was like, what? I was like, oh, I got to vote no for this one. So, yeah, if you just read through it real quick, yeah.
Maybe it was marijuana. Because I remember, seeing that here in the Bay Area, everybody was voting for something, but all the other parts of California was like, no, it's like, really? This is California. We're supposed to be, super chill and stuff like that, but that was not the fucking case.
Well, it might have been the recreational marijuana one.
It might have been that one. Because I know last time it went through, it was almost 50-50.
Right, but now I can see why people probably actually read through it that were actually potheads, and I can understand why they didn't vote for it, because people that that have medicinal cannabis licenses, they got kind of fucked at this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I know you talked about that in the past. The amount of THC is a lot lower since it's been recreational.
Well, it's lower, and most of the companies that used to do, strictly, medicinal cannabis, there was no
guidelines.
exorbitant. No, there wasn't. They didn't tax it a shitload.
Okay, yeah.
Right, and so now what I thought was going to happen was that they were going to have recreational and medicinal still, and so medicinal was supposed to be you don't have to pay like the state and fucking whatever like absorbent tax.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. Like almost every dispensary I've been to, they don't do that. Everything's just recreational, which jacks up the fucking cost through state taxes, which is fucking bullshit. They should have people that need it for medicinal uses should not be paying these fucking taxes.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was the case, but
it's not the case. Like every dispensary that I've been to, it's not the case.
Damn.
All
and yet they're raising bridge tolls and man.
So
yeah, it's fucked up. Anyway, moving on. Old Ninja, where you want to go to?
I kind of wanted to touch on a little bit of E3, actually. We talked about it a lot last week, but there's some stuff that we ran out of time because we weren't super deep into E3 and popped the cervix. But there was some stuff that we did not see at E3, so I just wanted to do a quick roundup of what we wanted to see that did not appear at E3. All right. Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, I went to see a new console, but that didn't fucking happen. I went to see
PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
I still think it's too young in the PlayStation's life cycle to even think about.
I actually went back and did some research and see when did they talk about the PlayStation 4 as far as when it got released versus when the PlayStation 3 kind of stopped. And it was literally a year, maybe not even a year, maybe a couple of months that they announced the PlayStation 4 before it came out on sale. So it looks like PlayStation, they're usually announcing their consoles a little bit before they come out. So probably won't hear about that until for another 2 years.
Yeah, but I still think I think there's still untapped potential in the current consoles out now. So.
Well, the CEO of Sony came out recently saying that the PlayStation 4 has a life cycle of 3 more years.
Yeah, I've seen that. So, I mean...
They gotta be working on something in-house.
Oh, of course. They're probably working on some new... And that's on both... I wouldn't be surprised about Microsoft as well as Nintendo looking forward. And then also... There's been rumors that Sega was going to get back into the hardware business.
Oh, yeah,
Sega was going to. Yeah, there's people talking about that Sega may have shown a console at E3, and I was like, that would be interesting. But most of their old content and new content has been on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I think a little bit of crossover with Nintendo a little bit.
Well, I know like Sonic gets under Nintendo's umbrella. I don't really see too many games for the PlayStation 4.
There's been like very few like little ones, but he's popped up like some of his classic games you're able to buy from like the PSN, like the Sega collections, or there's a couple of those, but you can buy those on PSN and Xbox Live. But there's a game last year that I didn't see at this year's E3. Carlos and I talked about because I think we were the only ones who saw the trailer, and that's Biomutant.
What the fuck?
I didn't see that at all.
I totally forgot about that.
That wasn't even shown. There was gameplay showed last year, and it was, from what I can understand,
that by Sucker Punch?
I believe somebody.
Somebody. It looked really fucking good.
It looked super interesting, but I didn't see shit about this game. Like, it was nowhere to be found.
What's it called again?
Biomutant. So there's a cinematic trailer and there's a gameplay trailer, and I didn't see this game at E3 at all. And I would imagine that it was going to be dropped.
Wait, it's releasing this year.
That's what I would think.
It's by THQ.
Oh, shit.
Did it already release?
What the fuck?
I'm saying March.
Wasn't THQ absorbed by like 3 different companies or Activision or somebody? That's like a little weird. But I saw nothing about this game.
I never saw this trailer.
Oh, it's a really good looking game.
Yeah, it literally looks like your Shifu from Kung Fu Panda with like a giant sword and guns. That's what it looks like. Like a Bayonetta.
A lot of fucking
type thing.
To make it like order something. Holy shit.
What's up? What happened?
No, to order something, it had like had a bunch of different categories you had to select through.
It did. But yeah, I'm super surprised that I didn't see that. There was also rumors of a new Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah, I remember there was.
I heard people
a trailer for it.
No. There's nothing about that. There's nothing shown, but there's people talking about.
Hold on. Yeah, I think there's something wrong because it says the release date is December 31st, 2018. It tells me that they don't have an actual release date yet this year, and it's probably going to be pushed back.
Probably. No official announcement yet, but nothing was shown, so we didn't see anything about it. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought I would see more, like some more gameplay and then like somebody like demoing the game.
I'm ninja on the ball. I totally forgot until just now.
Yeah, I didn't see it. People were expecting that game to show up, and I didn't see it. Also, obviously, Metro Prime 4. You talked about.
Yeah, that was a huge one. There
should have been at least a teaser.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly super disappointed with Nintendo showing this year. I mean, they showed a lot of Super Smash Brothers, whatever, but it's just like, okay, we already assumed that there's gonna be a Super Smash Brothers coming out. I was not that. I mean, it's cool that bringing everybody in there, but they really should have had Metroid on there. I mean, if they would have had that and some gameplay, that'd have won for me. And PS4 was actually disappointing too.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't actually show that much new shit.
I guess, yeah. Most of the stuff that we saw was stuff that we knew was coming.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, shit. Xbox showed more new shit.
They did. I mean, we finally get to see Crackdown. We finally got drop date. We kind of knew Halo 6 was coming, but I did not expect Gears. I was not expecting Gears at all.
They announced 3 new Gears games. I criticized the first 2, but it's still 3 new games.
So I was like, holy shit.
Well, they also talked about, I'm not sure if we talked about this last week, but that they're bringing back Battletoad.
Oh, we did not.
That
we did
shit,
not talk about that.
That shit had me excited. I was like, oh shit, I remember Battletoad. Like, even like the way they introduced it, it's like, oh, y'all guys remember the Slimy Brothers or something like that, and like they just announced that Battletoad was coming back. There wasn't any gameplay or anything, but it was just pretty much the logo teaser that pops up.
So I'm wondering if this is going to be like a Xbox, like one of the only on the store type thing, or if this is going to be an actual like disc. Like, if this is going to be a $60 game or a $30 game, because Battletoads is a game that haunts Stitch, because he had some issues with the light cycle or the fucking hover bikes fucking shit. But that was a fun ass game, and it was I believe
fun and hard
3-player co-op, I believe, and they brought one of them. If you have Killer Instinct, they brought one of the characters into the game, so you can fight with Battletoads.
Well, they also had like the crossover, like Battletoad and Double Dragon.
Oh yeah,
that shit was fun.
That would have been dope. That was dope for a little bit, but yeah, there's that. I briefly brought up the Star Wars stuff. I was hoping we would see some at least artwork, but nothing. I mean, there's an interview with the the new Star Wars game, the Jedi Fall of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Respawn, because I really like Respawn. I like what they're doing. I like both Titanfalls, so I'm hoping they do really well with this. But we didn't get concept art. We didn't get a trailer. We didn't get shit. We did get an interview with one of their creative directors, which is okay, I guess. But I mean, we're at an expo. I want to see some shit.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys was hoping would be there but did not show?
Well, they showed Cyberpunk 2077, but they didn't show the gameplay demo to the public. I'm like, what the fuck? Why not? I don't know why they're not showing it to the public yet. I mean, it's all just press, and no press has. There must be an NDA because no press has shown the gameplay.
Well, like I've seen some shit that came up on YouTube, and I was like, holy shit, this looks dope as fuck. But it was a minute clip of something happening.
But
I think it might have been what they showed in E3.
Yeah, I showed the trailer, but I mean the trailer looks good, but it's just a trailer. Like I want to see gameplay because I heard it was first-person shooter, which I'm interested about, but I need to see some gameplay.
Did they show gameplay for Red Dead or no?
No, but I mean for Red Dead, it's gonna be a third person, So I mean I get that. And Red Dead, it just got announced like last year. So.
True. And then and it's out. It's out this year, yeah, in October.
Yeah. But
I think a lot of people were hoping for their battle royale reveal.
Yeah,
that's why, and we didn't see any of that.
But Cyberpunk got announced years ago.
Oh yeah, true.
And we're not getting any gameplay. But there was gameplay out there for certain people, and I'm just like, show it to everybody else.
I wanted to see more of my favorite vaporware, Star Citizen.
Yeah, that's like the vaporware.
Dude, what fucks me up is that on Twitch you can watch people play the fucking game.
It's such bullshit.
And I'm like, dude, where's my fucking copy? Like, why can't I play this game? I need to like have this. Like, are you even gonna port this to consoles? I highly doubt it, but it's possible. But also, I wouldn't mind if they brought the Old Republic to consoles, because that game came out what, 2012 maybe, 2013, and I mean, there's been a shit ton of expansions, but they were able to like not Neversoft. God dang it. I can't think of the developer right now. But they were able to bring Star Trek Online to the consoles, and they continue with updates. Like, consoles are now current with the PC updates. Now, when PC gets the new drops, the consoles get the new drops, maybe like days later. So the Old Republic could have, this is BioWare too. BioWare, I guess because of Anthem, they, had people all over the place, but who knows? I think that's a game that could come to consoles. They could. I mean, I know it's free to play for now, but I mean, people just like Fortnite, just like Star Trek Online, microtransactions would easily bring back some money for them. So
one thing I kind of was looking forward to is hearing about some more games coming to VR, because the VR community. I mean, there's like you have to go like VR expos for this content, but I like to see like some big time stuff happening because HTC is pretty big.
There's a couple of problems. All right, so there's a PC, which is not highly advertised, but there is actually a PC E3 conference that most people don't watch.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So yeah, there's a lot of VR content that was announced there. Like there was I forget the name of it. There was a couple of like really high level production companies that are releasing VR content. I forget what one of them was. There was like a really good looking game that's come to the Rift.
Oh yeah,
fucking dope.
Wait.
I know what you're talking about. I can't fucking think of
Why is that game sound? Isn't that
for Oculus Rift, right?
Yeah.
Oculus. Oh, I'm thinking there's a game called Rift.
Well, there is a game called The Rift.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? That sounds super familiar. Okay.
What was it? What happened? There's something that happens at the same time the game developer conference happened.
Well, SVR used to.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
Dude, Game Developers Conference is fucking nuts. Like, there's hella crazy shit that goes down.
Yeah, so I know that Tetris Effect is a new VR game. What was the other ones? I know there's some more Bethesda VR games, but they didn't announce a whole lot. Let me see if I can find the one that I was talking about. Yes, there's like a list of VR games that were announced. Stormland, that's what it is. And it's
like Johnny 5.
Yeah, it's by Insomniac.
Oh,
okay, there we go.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's from the Rift.
That's what I was thinking of. Echo Combat.
Oh, I've seen Echo Combat. Looks fucking dope.
Yeah, and there's a Wolfenstein that's coming out just for VR called Cyberpilot. Prey. I knew about that one too.
Prey looks good, fucking good
that's what I was talking about last week, where basically it's one person versus 4 of the.
The shapeshifters.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Blades. So
there was some good.
They're
content.
coming out. Yeah.
Tetris in VR. Oh, that one was fucking dope. Funny too. The Trevor Saves the Universe.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that was VR.
That's the one that's made by the same creators as Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, they didn't show like any. They kind of show a little bit of gameplay, but like it looks like it was more humor. Like the graphics look very kind of. The animation looks like Rick and Morty style animation, so it wasn't like spectacular, like, oh my god, I'm in like a different world. It's more like, okay, I'm in the fucking Rick and Morty universe.
Yeah, I mean, the VR content's coming. It's just, they need that killer app. I'm looking forward to the new Insomniac game. See what that's about. I need to set my VR back up, but I'm going to be moving soon, so I got to
keep it in the box.
Keep it in the box for a little while.
If anybody out there is listening, you have VR and you haven't played Rick and Morty on the HTC Vive, do yourself a favor and get that game. It's so fucking fun, especially if you're a fan of the show. If you're a fan of the show, you're gonna love the shit out of that goddamn game. But also pick up another game by the creators of Rick and Morty called The Accountant. It starts off with you in this office building, and you're basically a new hire, and you have to go to a training simulation, and everything just goes fucking downhill from there. Like, the game is called Accountant, but it has nothing to do about fucking accounting. It's fucking funny. Definitely check that game out.
Yeah, that's like one of the indie games that I've seen. Fuck, I can't think of it.
But since we're on the topic of games, and this isn't on the list either, but you guys heard about GameStop, right?
No.
Yeah, I did. They're gonna probably go out of business. They're looking to get bought out.
Wait, what? By whomstitive?
They're looking.
Oh, they're looking to get bought out. I thought they were gonna start a new service. I thought they were gonna start some rental service.
Well, I thought they were gonna start like a streaming service, but I guess that's what's kind of killing them, is that people are streaming games now, or they're buying their games online.
Yeah. It's the online thing is killing them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which sucks, because what's cool about games.
Hold on. Well, it's not even just that. it's also Amazon. Amazon is killing them because you're getting like, what was it, 20% off when you buy a new game if you pre-order it. So,
but I was gonna say that the good thing about GameStop was that you get your game like day of, or even like the night before. You can pick up something like at 9 o'clock just because it's midnight on the East Coast here.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's always dope.
Except if you go to the right GameStop, because not all of them participate.
I don't know where you go, but dang.
I just did it for this one game, and I went to the one in Newark, and the one in Newark did not participate in the. Well, they probably did, but I didn't know that.
You go to the
opened up
mall
at 9 o'clock. Nah.
Oh, I was about to say, because the one.
Well, one in the mall is is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there. I was just there.
No, there's one over in Newark by Safeway.
Oh yeah.
There's also one.
Robbins.
There's one in the middle of the Fremont hub. That's where I go, and they're always open. They always do midnight release.
That one's old as fuck.
There's one that I can walk to. It's like right down this, like the one at Bayfair.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They do 9 p.m. releases.
Yeah, 9 p.m. That's how I got Dad of War. I went to 9. They had like 3 separate lines, and because I was in group 1, I just went in. I got mine like hella quick.
Yeah, I bought Dad of War on Amazon, and I was fucking pissed because I thought they did like you get it the day of the game comes out, but no, it was like
I think if you
wait 3 days.
If you do a digital copy, then yes.
It's a trade-off. I mean, you're saving money to get it a little bit later, which is sort of fun. But there's some games where you're just like, I don't want to fucking wait.
Yeah, you're like, I need this now.
Like I remember I bought a game from them before, and it came the day the game was going to be released. So
you were talking about that. You did talk about that.
Well, they need to set up an infrastructure so we can get them at 9.
Yeah, I mean they probably have the games in the warehouse. Like, they should be able to ship them out a little early. But then again, it's more like you kind of got to calculate it and make sure that it actually gets that to the person in time.
Yeah, they have to use
Some people might get it earlier.
They have basically like an Uber service where they have somebody just driving a car.
Yeah,
and doing it. That's what they need to do, is not have normal delivery services do it, but the people in the cars do it.
Our drone fly that motherfucker.
Oh, drone drop. Yeah,
dropping in my backyard.
Automatic drone droppage.
Yeah, but I hope that GameStop doesn't go away because there's that, and like Best Buy are kind of the only. I mean, there's Target and Walmart and stuff like that, but like
Toys R Us is gone. So.
Toys R Us is gone. Yeah.
Damn, that's all bad. Damn. So we want to move on because Blue, you were talking about some show on Netflix that you were gonna review.
Well, there's actually a few shows that are kind of blowing up on Netflix right now, but there's this one show called The Hollow, which is it's kind of like it's a weird show. Have you seen it, Cronus?
I watched the first. I'm like 1.5 through, so I need to watch the second episode all the way through.
So
I was watching Voltron.
It's very interesting. It's about these 3 kids that wake up. When they first wake up, they wake up in like this dungeon, and the first thing that popped in my head was Saw. Like I was like, oh shit, they're gonna have to like solve some puzzle, or these motherfuckers are gonna die. But like they have no idea who they are. They don't know anything about each other. Only thing they know is that inside their pocket is their name, or apparently it's their name. But like there's a typewriter in the room, and it's almost like an escape room. Like they're able to figure out how to get out of the room, but once they get out of the rooms, they're chased by like fucking demon dogs and shit like that. So they're trying to figure out everything, but every one of the characters seems kind of different. Like you almost get the impression that they're mutants. Like I actually watched the entire season, so I know what happens at the end. I'm just kind of teasing you about it, but I say it's worth checking out. It's kind of slow in the beginning, but it kind of gets better. But then the ending's kind of lame, to be honest. Once the big reveal happens at the end, it's kind of lame, but it's still a pretty fun show to watch. And like I think they kind of have a nod. I want to say they have a nod to Max Headroom. Yeah, Headroom. Yeah, because there's a character on there that looks just like him. And he kind of does weird glitchy things. I mean, you've probably seen him already.
Do you know
the guy with the glasses?
You know Max Headroom is in
Altered Carbon?
He is.
Yes, you brought that up. He was also on Eureka, which is kind of cool. And
Eureka?
some other shows. Yeah, Eureka.
Or if you're Japanese, Eureka.
Eureka did.
But yeah, so that's one show. There's this new show I haven't had a chance to watch yet, but it's a new movie with it's Lucy Liu, or Lucy. Is it Lucy Liu or Lucy Lawson?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu and Ted Biggs. Ted Biggs?
Tay Diggs.
Yeah, Tay Diggs. And this is they're two like big time employee and corporation got people, and they have assistants underneath them. Well, their assistants are tired of dealing with their bullshit, so they try to hook them up because they know these people in and out because they fucking work with them all the goddamn time. So they end up trying to hook them up, but all this crazy shit happens. But apparently the show's getting really popular. I've only watched the trailer. I actually haven't watched the episode yet, so I was hoping to watch it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. But it's definitely a movie that's blowing up right now. Like the internet's constantly talking about it.
So you're recommending a movie that you never saw?
Yes, I am actually.
Something I would do.
I mean,
I was gonna call you old ninja. You're speculating.
But no, it's getting good reviews like online. But then again, it could be shit. It could be shit. But kind of still talk about Netflix. I'm not sure if we actually talked about this last week. I can't fucking remember. But one of my favorite shows, which I talk about on the show every now and then, it's a show called Lucifer. It was on Fox.
Oh yeah.
And it was being canceled, and Netflix picked it up.
Captain Saber Show.
Yeah, Netflix picked it up and they ordered 10 episodes already. And what's cool is that
Amazon picked it up.
No, Netflix
picked up Lucifer. Amazon picked up The Expanse.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but so Netflix picked the show up and they already ordered 10 episodes. But what's cool is that the producer already had an idea of how the next season was going to go. So it's going to be a cool little twist. But what was interesting about the show, at least the last episode that was on Fox, is that they kind of did a Elseworld storytelling, where like what would have happened if Lucifer didn't meet like detective, because he's in love with this detective and everything's kind of been placed by God and stuff like that. But it tells the story of like what would have happened if like they never met, but they still end up turning around and meeting, which is kind of cool. But like all the other characters had different lives and like all this other different kind of crazy shit happens. But it's a really good show, so I'm really happy that Netflix picked it up. Or Captain Saber Show.
Yeah, Netflix been saving show. You know what's funny is that they've been doing that for a while, even with like Clone Wars, because Clone Wars, when it got dropped by Cartoon Network, it was right when the acquisition of Disney. They already had their last season mostly finished. So what they did is when Netflix acquired it, they just posted that last season, and it was Netflix exclusive only. So you can only watch the final season of Clone Wars on Netflix, and it was like half the season. So, and then they've done what else they say? Arrested Development and a couple other shows.
Well, they resurrected that show. Like it actually came back. There's a new season on Netflix.
Yeah. So I mean, all these streaming services are coming to the rescue of big networks dumping shows. So. Yeah, it just shows the popularity of like these shows and fan outcry. Like I think if fans tweet enough about a show, it'll end up getting picked up on streaming shows.
I know for like The Expanse and Lucifer, there was like a petition that went out saying how like they wanted to bring the show to come back. And Netflix,
well, especially because like The Expanse was like, it's their best season this season.
Yeah,
it's really fucking good. And I don't know why they canceled. I mean, I can't understand why people are not watching the show. It's because of viewer numbers. First of all, you're FX, so they shouldn't be that high. But I mean, it's a great fucking show.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's neck and neck with not Battlestar Galactica. It's neck and neck with Star Trek Discovery right now for like my favorite fucking sci-fi show.
Yeah, I'm behind on that.
Because like before, like when Star Trek Discovery came out, it was beating The Expanse until the latest season came out, and I'm like, wow, they did a lot of really good stuff in this season, and it's been amazing, like legit amazing.
Awesome. Well, Captain Saber Show to the rescue. What's this Set It Up show? Who was watching it?
Oh, that's the one I was talking about with Tay Diggs and
And then what about The Hollow?
You already talked about that.
The one, the animated one.
I'm just forgetting shit already.
I wasn't paying attention.
Take a Geritol, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Rose McGowan, because I know that last week I talked about, or we talked about,
we did,
Anthony Bourdain committed suicide and shit like that, and then all of a sudden Rose McGowan came out of nowhere and started saying some shit out of the side of her mouth. Turns out, literally days later, she got indicted for fucking cocaine possession.
Well, it probably was like hours later.
Yeah, I'm just like, this fucking cunty bitch trying to get in the limelight again on the back of some guy's death. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
you know?
But like do we know how much like cocaine? She got charged for having cocaine, right?
She had to have a certain amount to get charged.
Oh yeah.
So she had to have a decent amount on her. I don't think she was trying to move weight, but she probably had enough to get herself fucked up for a weekend, or enough to OD.
She wasn't a mule.
Well, it was a felony count, so it had to be pretty significant.
Yeah, at least.
Man, she looked like crap.
How much it was.
So how many mugshots look exactly like amazing?
I don't know. There's some few hot chicks out there that's got pretty good looking mugshots that murder people. There's like an account online that has like hot inmates or some shit like that, like crazy chicks that murder guys, or like there's that one guy who went to jail, got really popular, became like.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah, he's on a show now. He's on. Yeah, he has like his own like stupid ass show. So it's like whatever.
Were you able to find anything about it?
It doesn't say how much. I think it said there was traces of cocaine.
Traces?
Did it say her bail was only $5,000?
Yeah, it wasn't even that much.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah,
the maximum sentence is 10 years in jail. Jeez.
Damn. She had to have like what? Close to a pound? Pound of coke's a lot. That's enough for a party, a big party.
That's enough to get all your shit done.
God dang.
She used to be as white as fucking cocaine, especially on Charm.
God dang.
She's hell as fuck.
She's got a vampire tan.
Yeah, she had a vampire.
She's a what? Whom?
A vampire tan, bro.
Oh, vampire tan. I thought you said you had a vampire tat. I was
no, vampire tan.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that Dave Bautista wants to be in Gears of War?
Yes.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, because he's the closest that I can think of that looks like Marcus Phoenix. Yeah, or even Dominic.
They should have all yoked ass football. Everybody in fucking Gears of War is like a football player, basically.
Pretty much.
Same size. Yeah.
Well, I can actually see Dave Bautista and The Rock. Those two should be in a full-on Gears of War movie.
Well, so could Terry Crews and what was the guy?
Yes,
linebacker. Yeah.
I can't.
What's the guy's name?
I can't imagine Rampage Jackson showing up in this.
No, but he could be in it though.
He could, but he can't be Coltrane though.
Oh man, this guy is like
Coltrane is actually a real person.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's the office linebacker. Terry Tate, that's what his name is.
Oh yeah. I've seen him before. He was it's funny because he was the one who like officially announced Gears of War 3 when it came out when Chris Hardwick interviewed him.
Wasn't that on G4?
Yeah, it was on G4.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. Yeah,
I had to look this guy up because I don't fucking know names, but yeah.
He played Drax.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, it's the guy who played Drax. But I know he was a football player, or was he just?
He's a wrestler. Professional wrestler. When I used to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
So
dude, he's good at Drax, but he's got that new movie that's out, the one about the hotel.
Oh, Hotel Artemis.
Artemis. Yeah.
That does look interesting. That looks like a sleeper hit, which I have not seen.
He's actually a decent actor. He was in a.
He's in
James
Blade
Bond
Runner.
Movie. He's in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, he was in
Blade Runner 2049 and Escape Plan 2.
Also,
Escape Plan 2 is not out yet, but it's just funny to me.
He fought MMA a couple times.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't seen his fights, but
damn, he's 49.
Yeah.
No shit. God dang, he can still fuck people up. That's crazy. Crazy insane. But yeah, wait. So we had a few interesting movies. Nobody saw, I guess, so far in the cast? Nobody seen Incredibles 2?
No, not yet.
I'm going to see it tomorrow. I got tickets.
You need to watch it with the oldest.
Okay, yeah. And then, what else? Hotel Artemis, and then...
Well, since we're talking about...
Ocean's 8?
Incest... what's the fucking...
I did not say incest.
Since we were talking about Incredibles 2, like, the Sweetness never saw it, and she watched it the other day, and she was so fascinated by Mrs. Incredible's ass. Like, she's like...
I am too, though.
Why is her ass so big? I'm like, I know, though, right?
Oh, the thickness, though.
Damn. And I fucking forgot how big her ass is.
She can't be hating on thickness.
Oh no, she wasn't hating. She was just saying like, damn, like why is her ass so big? But then like, if you look at Mr. Incredible, that dude has like no ass. Like if you go back and watch Incredible, the first one,
why are you looking at a dude's ass?
I'm not. The sweetest pointed out, and I know sure. Like, oh yeah,
blame it on the sweetness.
His ass is flat ass aboard.
Blame it on the sweetness.
He's all top heavy. He doesn't work on his legs. Like what the fuck? Mm-hmm. He's not very incredible.
Man,
he skipped leg days a bunch of days.
So have you been in Prodigy's for research only folder or something?
Oh no, that's a restricted zone.
It should be restricted zone. It sounds like you've been investigating it. Yeah, that shit should come with like all kinds of warnings or whatnot. Because I know he don't protect it. He just leaves it out, hoping that someone finds it and hoping he turns you into a fiend. Mm-hmm. It's all bad. That shit should be like fucking
But yeah, so what's name came out this weekend too? Or did it come out last week? Ocean 8?
Ocean's 8 was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, didn't do great, but
I heard it had a good opening.
Yeah.
it was an okay opening. It's like 40 million. I mean, that's not great.
I think we did talk about it last week because
Barely.
it hasn't even made its money back yet.
No, it did now because it made 20 million over the weekend in America, but it made its money back internationally, so they made the money back. But it's not the highest viewed Oceans like by far.
Yeah, but
so far.
we also talk about how it's been on the decline anyways, like compared to like Ocean 10.
Yeah, each of the Ocean's movies were making less and less. But this has made more than at least one or two of the Ocean movies. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still a win for them, I guess. So, I still plan on seeing it. I like caper movies. That's why I kind of want to see Hotel Artemis and Ocean's 8.
I like them too, but I like original ones. And this one was like is basically a knockoff. You knocked off a movie that was full of men and knocked it off with women.
It was a knockoff on knocking off.
Yeah, it'd be like if you Set It Off, but it was on the men's side. You know what I mean? It's just like fuck out of it with that nonsense. Make your own shit and stop knocking off stuff.
Wasn't original Ocean 11 like a remake of like the original Ocean 11?
Yes.
Yeah, but they based it off of the characters that are in that.
Yeah. So if you have ever seen the original Ocean's 11, it's really them. It's like the Rat Pack being the Rat Pack. It's like them singing and smoking and not really doing a heist until like super late in the movie. So, yeah.
And that's what it's like Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and
Boing boing baby.
And who else? Oh,
I wonder if Samuel Jackson, not Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jedi?
No, God. Sammy Davis Jr., if he was still alive, how many Me Too chicks would come out about him? Because he was like, wasn't he like known for slapping bitches?
Who are you talking about?
Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah,
a bunch of people back then. That's what.
Yeah.
What
That's
back then.
yeah. It was somewhat okay back then, but not okay. It was a norm, but yeah,
maybe.
It's wrong by today's moral standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they are talking about doing a Sammy Davis biopic.
Really?
So yeah.
I mean, interested.
Gonna get somebody cockeyed?
Oh damn. Who knows?
Well, what's name always did a really good impression of him. What's the guy's name? The black guy.
It's Tommy Davidson.
Eddie Griffin.
No, Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson. Oh yeah.
Tommy Davidson is the best.
He did.
That's great.
But I can see him doing it. But I was gonna say, like, have you guys seen the trailer for the Rhapsody guy, and they have the dude from Mr. Robot in there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah. That looks fucking good.
I hope it does well, because I really like Rami Malek.
Yeah,
people were mad because they're saying that they didn't show his sexuality. I'm like, bitch, it's in the it's a trailer. You can't fit all that shit in the fucking trailer. Everybody knows that he's gay.
Yeah, but in the one of the trailers looks like she has a girlfriend, which is weird.
Well, that would be weird for like throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
he had a girlfriend.
Super weird.
If they didn't address it at all in the movie, then yeah, definitely don't watch it if they don't do that, because he's gay and he died of AIDS. That's his life. So I don't want somebody rewriting it and be like, oh yeah, he was like totally fucked all these chicks, because he didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's all bad.
You guys see the shit about Kevin Spacey?
No, I did not.
So he has this. There's a film being released that he stars in called The Billionaire Boys Club, and I just wanted to figure out what's your guys' thoughts about that, since he's got like the controversial shit about his past, like trying to fuck little boys and stuff.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna tank. I mean, whatever he comes out with now, he's tainted goods, and I don't think that anything that he comes out with now is gonna be popular at all. So I'm sure this is stuff that was already in production, or post-production when the allegations came out, and well, not only allegations, but obviously they were truth because he admitted to it. So yeah, I mean, the guy's pretty much fucked, but also he's pretty much rich. So
yeah,
that is true. Well, like I was reading an article and they were talking about it, and they were saying like, there's all these people who worked on this, like mainly like somebody who probably wrote this and was like, it sucks for that person because they wanted to see their vision on screen, but then all this shit happened, so like it kind of wasn't. So it's kind of good on that part, but the fact that you have this asshole guy who stars in it, who's a known sex offender or pedophile, being on there kind of brings the value of the movie down. Like, it could be a bomb-ass fucking movie, but just the fact that he's in there brings down the fucking value of the movie.
It's just like how Roseanne fucked up her whole show with all of her, co-hosts.
Yeah.
I'm sniffing this bourbon whiskey, and it's literally warming my nose.
Are you drinking it warm?
Well, I'm out of ice, so yeah, I'm drinking it neat, as John would say, because John's an aficionado of whiskey, even though he says he's not an aficionado, but you fucking are. All right.
Yeah, you drinking neat.
I seriously didn't know what neat was until the Selena Gomez song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on there she says that we're hanging out drinking whiskey neat. I was like, what
Seriously?
the fuck is that? Is that like a special kind of whiskey? But yeah, it's drinking it straight.
Drinking straight.
That's the way I've always heard it. It's just let me get whiskey straight up. Like that's.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know it had a different name.
You know what drinking whiskey on the rocks is?
I know that with ice.
Okay. Just checking.
You know what's funny is that whiskey should be drunken.
Sip?
Actually, with cold rocks is the way to go.
Yeah.
So
You want
that
it
sounds
cold, you get actually whiskey stones.
Dude, Whiskey,
It doesn't
Whiskey
dilute
Rocks
it.
is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all want to hear some dank news? I'm sure y'all heard about this.
What?
So, Texas sheriff deputy charged with child abuse after allegedly blackmailing an undocumented mother with deportation. So basically, this sheriff blackmailed an undocumented mom with having sex with her child.
Damn.
So basically, he blackmailed the mom so he can have sex with her. I believe.
At first, I thought you were talking about some border patrol type shit, but no, this is fucking
kind of
fucked up.
So the child was 4.
Fuck that.
That guy would have died.
Yeah. So he blackmailed and so basically he said,
I'm gonna.
"You're gonna
deport
let
you.
me have sex with your 4-year-old daughter, or else I'm gonna get you deported."
Damn.
And she didn't want to report it because of fear of being deported and losing her child, being separated from her child.
All right, that was a choice there. Then I would have taken getting deported.
Yeah, it would have been being deported and having no contact with her child because he would obviously try to pick up the kid.
Oh, then yeah, he'd have died. That's one of the things that I hear about these stories about children getting separated from their parents and their parents getting thrown in these cages. Look, listen, if I fucked up and I got put in jail, that's on me. All right, I fucked up. But if you throw my children that did nothing wrong in jail in like cages, if I find out who the fuck you are, there's gonna be some serious consequences to pay. Like serious fucking consequences to pay. And this is making America as a whole look really, really fucking bad. And people that are trying to stand up for this fucking behavior, they're fucking idiots. I mean, like just imagine if you got caught drunk driving and you got thrown in jail, and then all of a sudden your kids get thrown in jail another state away. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it does not. And like you're talking about the whole immigration thing, and just because they're immigrants doesn't mean they don't have fucking normal human fucking
Yeah, they still
rights.
have human rights. Yeah, I mean, what they did. Don't get me. I'm not. What they're doing. Yeah, it's illegal, but I mean, god damn, they didn't kill fucking somebody.
Yeah.
And their kids didn't kill nobody. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
There's degrees of fucking punishment, and this is well above and beyond that shit. And for people not to even understand that shit and just to throw it out the window is just that's just a morally bankrupt shit, man. There's no fucking excuse for that.
So yeah.
Anyway.
So this guy faces 25 years in prison.
fuck that dude. That dude should get life.
Yeah, he should get.
I mean, I guess 25 years is
Well,
life,
he's
right?
47, so if he gets 25 years, he's probably gonna die in
Basically,
prison.
yeah.
Or he'll probably die like.
Which
first
the
month.
guy raped the kid?
Yeah, the guy.
Basically, yeah.
That should be life.
He should be life, but he's facing 25 years minimum.
Well, it should
Sorry.
be like,
Okay,
minimum,
it's probably
minimum
20
sentence is 25.
That's 25 to life then, yeah.
but then it's like it's not just that. Like he also like blackmail and imprisonment type deal. I guess they would charge him for. But
That's life. Yeah, that should be life.
but then there's also hopefully you get sent to the jail with the booty warrior.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that guy's back in jail.
Oh yeah, he's back. We talked about him. We found out he went back.
I like it and I want you.
I mean, there's times where like a life sentence is not appropriate, but I think in this one, the guy obviously has no moral standards. First of all, he saw somebody who was vulnerable. Mm-hmm. He decided to blackmail them into having sex with their child, and then having sex with their child, who was fucking 4. That is so fucking gross.
4-year-old.
That is so fucking
So
disgusting.
like a child who can probably barely make coherent sentences.
No, they can definitely make coherent sentences. Hang around more kids, man.
I do hang around.
But then like
Yeah.
abuse of power too.
Yeah, that's
yeah, of
just,
course.
That's gross.
Actually, gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude. I mean, technically, he probably should get the death penalty. But
Well, yeah. Well,
Nah.
I have a problem with the death penalty, but I mean,
he's in Texas, so
yeah, I get both sides of the argument. I mean,
Yeah.
it's wrong to take a life on either side, but at the same time, that guy probably shouldn't be alive. So,
Yeah, right?
Like, I don't know if you can reform somebody like that, but I also think that in America,
Dude, so you're talking about reform. This dude's 47 years
yeah,
old.
that's what I was,
Yeah, there's no. You can't cheat at old ugly
Like,
tricks.
yeah.
well, and also in America, we don't take enough like opportunity to actually try to reform somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and that commits a crime. But yeah, the guy being that old and the amount of shit that he did wrong, I don't think that you can come back from that as a person, especially at that age. Like, I don't think you can ever be, reformed from that.
It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Do you guys want to go in on this Disney and Fox thing?
Oh.
Yeah, I think
That was kind of announced today.
Yeah, what is it,
On
like
the list.
40 something
I thought it was like
471. It's like
71,
71.2.3
billion
counter bill.
With
Yeah,
a B,
billion with the B.
How do they have that much money?
Because Disney owns a lot of shit. They own a lot. They have real estate, movies, visual effects places.
I mean,
they got Star Wars. They have Star Wars, Marvel, ABC, theme parks
around the world.
But
they gotta
But theme parks don't
hotels,
make that much
which
money.
is real estate, probably franchises and shit. They
So-
have a lot of money.
I think this is good for comic book fans. However, they're getting real fucking close to Monopoly,
Oh yeah, of course, real close.
Oh, yeah.
Real close.
if not already.
So apparently the bidding war now is that Comcast, who put in a counter bid originally, Comcast and Disney would split Fox if it goes a particular way.
Well, it looks like the deal is done. I guess Comcast put in a bid for $65 billion,
And then Disney counter bid.
but this was after Fox accepted Disney's bid. Oh no, yeah, Fox did increase. Wait, it says Fox accepted Disney's $71.3 billion offer days after Comcast bid $65 billion.
God dang,
That's a lot of fucking money.
a lot of money.
That could solve a bunch of problems. Not a lot of them, but a bunch of them.
I mean, Disney will.
At least my problems.
Disney's gonna make a return on sale.
That much money, except for like maybe the national deficit, that could probably the potential to fix almost every problem
Oh yeah,
with that much fucking money.
yeah.
Holy shit.
But
fucking, we get to watch comic book movies.
yeah, I mean, but you got to remember, they're not the only entity that makes billions with a B.
Or fucking
Like
Netflix.
tens of billions.
There's ones that make trillions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So shit, but they won't keep their money. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll find out in the next probably month or so, because I guess this is supposed to go to court pretty soon.
Well,
Yeah.
so I was gonna say Netflix right now is worth $11.69 billion. Walt Disney Company is $55.14 billion. Amazon's $177.9 billion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Amazon.
God damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I remember reading something saying that they were worth two companies combined, but damn, I didn't know it was that got much.
That's a
They
lot.
should have bought Fox.
They could
That would have been all their money if they doing. If Disney's only worth $55 billion, how the hell are they throwing in $71 billion?
Yeah, I think it's revenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
right.
So it was the same thing when they acquired Star Wars. They had to put up some
You
stuff.
mean Lucasfilms? How dare you,
Oh.
plebeian fuck?
Lucasfilm, yeah, well, still. Because Lucasfilm had several other companies under their belt, which was Skywalker Sound, Industrial Light and Magic, what else?
And they got all their.
Yeah, they have all that.
Like, I drink your milkshake.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit happens.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let's just jump here real quick. These are the top 5 revenue, like highest revenue companies. So there's Amazon at number 1. Then Alphabet Inc., which I don't know what
That's
the fuck that is.
Google.
Oh, is that Google? Okay, it's
Yeah.
Google. Oh yeah, it's Google. JD.com, Facebook, Tencent.
Facebook's number 4.
You gotta give them numbers, bro.
So Tencent's number 5. Alibaba's number 6. Holy shit. Booking.
No, tell them like how much, like the actual revenue.
Oh, the revenue. Okay, so Amazon's worth 177 billion. Alphabet, which is Google, is worth 110 billion. JD.com is worth 55.7 billion. Facebook is worth 40 billion. Tencent is worth 21.90 billion. Alibaba is worth 22.99 billion. Booking, which is Booking.com, is worth $12.23 billion.
Damn.
Baidu is worth $10.16 billion. eBay is only at $8.98 billion, and Netflix at $11.7 billion. Wait, what the fuck? That's not right, because Netflix should be higher than these two. So this shit's out of order.
Yeah, for real.
Or maybe it's looking at days or something. I don't know, how is this in order by?
Oh, it goes by look at the year. The years are different.
No, but like Netflix is 2017 and
These are 2014.
Yeah, but that was
2017.
2 different years ago.
That's still weird.
Or maybe it's by
I'm also looking at Wikipedia.
market cap.
So Wikipedia is not the best.
Oh, it looks like it. Oh, I know, because that's fuck whatever. But interesting studies. Should we round table it up?
Yeah.
All right, Cronus, what you got going on this weekend until the next episode?
What am I doing this weekend? I actually don't even know. I can't remember.
You do anything for Father's Day?
I was working on Father's Day, but the day before Father's Day, the day that I got my blue belt, and the day that we did, I'm not a blue belt, my purple belt, Jesus Christ, and the day that we did the cigar and whiskey night, I actually did a float and cryotherapy.
Oh shit, how was that?
That was dope. I mean, I never did them both in the same
Wait,
day.
cryotherapy? So you got frozen and unfrozen?
Basically, yeah. I hopped in a...
Do you have the super serum?
Yeah, super soldier.
So I hopped in a chamber, whole body, that went to negative 220 degrees Fahrenheit
damn.
for 3 minutes. So, and that was the intermediate. I think next time I'm gonna go pro. So I'm gonna see how fucking, because it wasn't even that bad. Like I was just like, all right, I'm used to my body weight now, my body mass. Before I used to get cold all the time, but now I'm okay.
So did you like go in there like butt naked or some shit, or do you have like shorts on?
You go in there with like your underwear, gloves, socks, and like a mask over like your ears and your mouth. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't that bad. So next time I'll do it in pro mode and see like if I can extend the time even longer. Like I think I can get to like 5 minutes.
Damn.
And do it. And then I floated right after that. Sensory deprivation flotation chamber is what I try to do every now and again. It helps me like defrag my mind. It's really good. I mean, I love doing it. If y'all haven't tried it and you're in the Bay Area, hit us up and I will take you sometime. Like I'll do like a whole vlog about it. Like I'll take you to a place I go in Oakland and we'll talk about it, before and after, and we'll see how you like it. You might not like it because I've had one person that couldn't hang the whole time. Mm-hmm. My sister. She went in and she couldn't stay in the chamber. Literally all you do is just lay down and relax, and she couldn't do it. So what it's like is basically you're in like this chamber where you're laying down and you're fucking butt naked, and it's full of water and Epsom salt. But there's so much Epsom salt that you're gonna float no matter what. I know this because I sink in normal water because I'm super dense, and in this chamber you'll float because it's like 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in this water that's like probably 10 inches deep.
Yeah.
So and it's heated to your skin temperature, and so it feels like you're floating in space, and you're enclosed, so you don't see anything, you can't feel anything, you can't hear anything. And every single time I go in there, I trip the fuck out. So without any drugs. So I have some kind of psychedelic experience, and it's really cool. So yeah, that was
your mind.
Yeah, that was last weekend for me. And this weekend, I really don't think I have any plans.
Dude, next time you go, let me know. I'm down to try it out.
Okay.
I'm super interested about it.
All I can think of is it. When you say you keep floating, you'll float too.
Yeah, definitely float. Yeah.
Well, I always think of Stranger Things because they had 11 floated, but she was submerged in the water versus just. Well, I guess at the end of the episode she floated.
So what's funny is that the chamber that you saw, I'm glad you brought that up because in Stranger Things, you're right. That was actually the flotation chamber. The first time they showed it was the original design of John C. Lilly is the guy who invented the flotation chamber. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of acid, but. The first one was the first one you saw, where it's like it looked like a fucking crazy old school scuba gear setup, where you're kind of sitting straight up and down, perpendicular or the fuck. But they refined it to where you're laying down and floating. So yeah.
I gotta try it out. Stone Ninja, what you got popping off this weekend?
So tomorrow I'm gonna go see Kevin Hart.
Shit, really?
He's performing at the Shoreline.
That's cool.
So tomorrow night we're seeing him. Friday, or I'm probably gonna see Incredibles early morning tomorrow because it's like cheaper. Matinee's like $5 or some shit like that.
What movie theater are you going to? Holy shit!
The AMC's. If you go before 11, it's like $5.
Not the Newark one, right?
I think all the AMC's.
Wow.
But that's where my roommates go.
Matinee's still around.
Yeah, and
Well, because matinee usually is like $1 difference in regular price now.
usually
$2.
Usually matinees from like I think 2 to 6 or 4 to 6 or some shit like that.
Yeah. Do they even do like student discounts for movies?
Yes,
anymore?
they do.
Oh, okay.
You just need to show your student ID and you get student discounts.
So I have my old college ID.
Yeah, it works. They don't they just see and they look for the school name and then done. You pay like $8.
A lot of them don't have expiration dates.
No, they don't.
Mine doesn't.
Some of them don't even have that. Mine doesn't.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have an expiration date. And then I'll probably get. Probably gonna see some of these other movies too. I'll probably see Jurassic World on Saturday.
I wish that comes out.
That comes out on Friday, and it's kind of about it. I'm getting ready to leave for the East Coast because I'm leaving Monday. So yeah, it's kind of about it.
Nice. And for myself, tomorrow I'm going to check out the Incredibles 2 movie because it's been getting really good reviews. Hopefully, if you're going to go see it, make sure you don't have epilepsy or something.
Epilepsy?
Is that what's going on? Like, they have, like, the flashing lights so you can have, like, epileptic seizures or some shit. I can't pronounce the word right.
Epileptic seizure.
Yeah.
God damn, you fucked me up too. Epileptic seizures.
There you go, that word. So I'm doing that tomorrow. On Friday, the students and I are heading up to Alameda County Fair, which I'm excited about because I love just going out there and eating. We actually might get on some rides this time because she's kind of talking about getting on some rides. But other than that, just chilling. Actually, I'm gonna start training for another marathon. I think a mud run, something in
which
Pleasanton.
one?
It's one in Pleasanton next year. I can send you a link. You can join the crew.
Yeah,
but I'll send it over to you.
I'll run with you.
But yeah, opening to take us out this booch.
All right. You can check us out on the interwebs at BThanBTI on Twitter. That's BTHANBTI. You can check out our Facebook page also with BThanBTI. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. Player FM, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, give us 5 stars, leave feedback. And then SoundCloud as well. We're on there. You can look for Blacker Than Black Times Infinity or BThanBTI. And then on Amazon, we have an app on there. You can go ahead and download, and we'll be on there as well. Yeah. Oh, Instagram as well. Forgot about that. BThanBTI. Suckers.
Eggplant. Eggplant for you. Eggplant for your mama. No.
Damn. Eggplants are her future.